Hello everybody, welcome to this video. We are on Gili Air, which is a tiny island just off the coast of Lombok. It's insanely beautiful, and today we're going snorkeling. This is going. So we are on this extremely beautiful beach. This beach is something out of like a movie. Yeah, as soon as we got into the water, the guy was saying there's a sea turtle, so we just gunned it over to that sea turtle as fast as I could. Then my legs just started to cramp up, and look how far away the boat is. The boat's all the way over there, and I was just kind of here, just in the middle of the sea. It's said that we should be able to see some sea turtles and some manta ray. Now I really hope we do, because I've never seen any sea turtles in the wild before. The water around the island is super blue. It's also very warm, and I cannot wait to get into the water. We will be using flippers as well. I've never used flippers before. I did do some snorkeling in Koh Phi Phi and some other places, but I never used flippers. Just a random little note as well. This is our hotel. There's Luke. This is our hotel. It's literally meters from the beach, and this is a snorkeling place, but this is where we'll be getting the boat from. Okay. Yeah, I think that's too loose.
Yeah, you will lose this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, my friend, this one for you. Yeah. You choose your mask here, please.
Choose my mask. Sure.
Yeah. Don't forget bring water already.
Yes. The day started off by getting equipped with the right pair of flippers, goggles, as well as meeting our guide who'd be taking us around for the day. In my previous video, I did say we hired a private boat, but because I got food poisoning, that fell through. So me and Luke went on a last-minute group tour next to our hotel. Soon, it was time to board the boat. The boat had a cool glass bottom, where in the shallower parts you could see the seafloor and the fish.
Hey, my friend. Picture, hey.
This is going.
Thank you.
It's okay. There were some really amazing views from the boat on the way to the first spot, from the mountains to the beaches and the other Gili Islands. In one field of view, without moving my eyes or head, I could see the peak of Lombok's tallest mountain through my left eye, to the sea floor through the glass bottom on the boat through my right eye. Wait, do I have to go in now? I've got my homemade flotation device, my shoelace connected to an empty bottle of water. Here we go. No, you're supposed to go that way. Where's the land? Okay, okay. Yes, bro. You go. Yeah, I go, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was kind of awkward trying to swim with my homemade flotation device and record at the same time, and my main focus was to not drop my GoPro. Even though I had made my flotation device, I didn't want to take any risks. Well, this is quite relaxing, but we need to follow the tall man to see the sea turtles. But he's swimming like a mile away already. To start with, I decided to use a life jacket Even though I'm a pretty good swimmer, this way I could focus on not losing my camera. And my legs are aching already. And actually recording some cool footage. The first spot was kind of anticlimactic, as it was just deep and without much coal or fish, but still very refreshing under that intense Indonesian sun and really fun to float around in. No sea turtles yet. The guide had spotted a sea turtle on the sea floor, so he swam down to point it out to everybody. But it was swimming away, so we had to be quick. They can swim surprisingly quick. I didn't really manage to see much of it, and all I really managed to get was a small clip from far away. It was very well camouflaged against the sea floor, but just as quickly as it came, it had swum beyond the blue mist. But don't worry, later on I get some really amazing footage of another sea turtle grazing. So there's a sea turtle right below us. I'll try. It's really hard to see because it's camouflaged and quite deep down, but it's really cool, very majestic. This is my preferred version of swimming, holding on to the boat. The second spot was more interesting, as there's more fish and more coral on the seabed. There was a sea turtle in the area, but unfortunately I missed it as I was having issues with my mask. But stay tuned for later in the video where I managed to get some really stunning shots of a grazing sea turtle on the sea floor. That was a really good one. Luke's just hanging about. Yeah, I know, I couldn't see it. Oh, you didn't even see it? No, couldn't see it. It was right like underneath. No, I literally couldn't see it. My goggles are too steamy. By the time I clean out my goggles, it'd gone. Yeah. Well, I just dropped my goggles. I fully never expected to see them again. And some guy swam down and got them for me. Cheers to him. The next spot was the underwater statues, where the current was super strong. The statues were definitely cool to swim around, and the water was very clear and warm too. Despite the extreme tourism of the spot, it was my favourite. At times, it was difficult to swim down, as other people would be getting in the way. And my diet of beer and burgers really doesn't do justice on your level of fitness. This is the most touristy thing ever. We're kind of in the sea, and there's a school of people around it. It's crazy how busy it is here. We're out here at sea and bumping into loads of people. It's a lot harder doing all this, trying to film it, but it's kind of like, look how far we've moved. I said I was over it, and yeah, we've already gone way past it. Yeah. I tell you what, these flippers make a world of a difference. I am kind of a... Wait, are they going that way? Here I handed the camera over to Luke, as I thought I would try my hand at some stereotypical travel clips of me swimming by the statues. But we kept drifting away from being over the statues because the current was so strong, and you wouldn't even notice until you looked down. The next stop was to head to the beach for some lunch.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that good?
It looks like you go down to it. Right, you ready to go? Make sure you get over it though. Yeah. I know you're right in it. Right, you ready? Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you ready, I'm not even ready. Sounds about right all the time. So I really need to go easy on my battery now. I have 26% and we're only halfway through the day, but we are on this extremely beautiful beach. This beach is something out of like a movie, but we've stopped to get some food now, and I'm really hungry. All that swimming really takes out of you, makes you hungry, but I cannot explain how picturesque and beautiful this beach is. Look, I really hope I got some good footage of the sea turtles, and them statues were cool. They're like very eerie to swim over, and insanely porous sea, bashing into people left, right and center, but definitely a cool experience. A lot of people were commenting and complimenting me on my homemade flotation device. Pretty snazzy. The last thing I want to do is lose my GoPro at the bottom. The guy who works for the tour company was saying how they find a lot of GoPros in the tour on the sea floor, in like the swimming spots. And the last thing I want is to be one of those people who drop my GoPro in the water. Hello. So I had a traditional spaghetti bolognese for the snorkeling tour for lunch. It was very nice. But I think after this we're going to the shipwreck. Supposedly there's like schools official around it, so that'll be very interesting to see. It's kind of weird that when we was over the statues, there was loads of people there. Everyone's bumping into each other, and I just start randomly talking to some German guy, and it's kind of weird that I'm there like just in the sea and we just happen to bump into each other. We start talking, he compliments my flotation device, and it's kind of weird that we're never going to see each other again. Just some random encounter like that, just in the sea. It's kind of funny. I have already mentioned this, but I don't know how well my microphone was picking it up because it was wet. But we did see, there was in total our group have seen 3 sea turtles, but I only managed to get to see 1. I was right on top of the second one, but my goggles had filled up with like condensation. So by the time I cleaned out my goggles and put them back on, the sea turtle had done one. I'm really hoping to actually see one like again today, because I did only get to see 1. But the views around here are amazing. So you can see the tropical beach and the the extremely warm blue waters. You can see Lombok in the distance. That's the mountain in the distance. I don't know how well my camera picks it up, but supposedly it's the 30th biggest mountain in the world. I'm still debating whether I should climb it or not. I really don't think we have the time now. We fly back to Bangkok in a few days. Immediately after arriving at the next spot and getting into the water, the guide had spotted another sea turtle. Once on top of the turtle, I did manage to get some of these cool shots of the turtle eating, but I handed my camera over to the guide so he could swim down to the sea floor to capture some truly amazing close-up shots of the turtle. Everybody was taking the opportunity to swim down and take pictures or get selfies with the turtle. Did you swim down by the sea turtle and point that out? Can you? Yeah, it's already going. Wait, can you? Yeah, it's going. As this was the last spot for the day, I'm very happy I managed to not only get a very clear view of the turtle, but also get some really cool close-up footage. Oh, thank you. Just saw a sea turtle down there. Well, I asked the guy to go and get the footage for me because it's kind of deep. And if he was recording, that's going to be some pretty good footage. I really hope that the man is recording. That sea turtle is very majestic. It's just kind of grazing down there. It looks so graceful, just slowly chomping away with the coral or whatever. But this current is very strong. How far away is it? I think it's basically definitely moving around a bunch. Look, I'm not even paddling back. Yeah, as soon as we got into the water, the guy was saying there's a sea turtle, so we just gunned it over to that sea turtle as fast as I could. Then my legs just started to cramp up, and look how far away the boat is. The boat's all the way over there, and I was just kind of here, just in the middle of the sea. Whew. Swim back to the boat. Has another sea turtle, so